A few months ago, I ordered a cabinet for my office, and I was so excited to get this cabinet. I had some things that were just kind of taking up space in my office that I needed to put away. So I ordered this cabinet, it came in the mail, and I was very excited to put it together. I opened the box, I took apart all the pieces, and I had them all laid out, everything matching all around the office. And as I went to look for the instructions, I found they were nowhere in the box. I took everything apart again, looked through all the pieces, looked through all the trash of the box, could not find the instructions. So I jumped online, tried to find the instructions there, couldn't find them there, spent a very long and frustrating hour-long phone call with customer service, only for them to tell me that they will mail me the instructions in a couple days. Well, email, but still, it felt like forever. So a couple days later, I get the instructions, and by then I was so frustrated. And luckily, Pastor Kyle came in and said, "Would you like me to put your cabinet together for you?" And he put it together, and now it's working very well in my office. But it was so frustrating to have that moment where I did not have the directions I needed to get done what I needed to get done. And I began to think of all the times in our lives we need instructions. We need instructions to bake something or cook something. We need a recipe in order to get from point A to point B. If we're going on vacation or even just going to a friend's house, we need directions. So we rely on the GPS or things like that to help us know what to do and when to do it. And as we're looking at the word go, I began to think of a conversation I had with my daughter a couple months ago. She said to me, "Mom, don't you think that if we ever did a series, we should call it Green Means Go?" And I said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "Because God told Abraham to go." That's all he said. He didn't say where he was going or what he was doing. He just told him to go. And I've been pondering that statement ever since she said it. And in Genesis 12, we'll see exactly what God said to Abraham. And he said this, Genesis 12:1, "The Lord had said to Abram, 'Leave your native country, your relatives, your father's family, and go to the land I will show you.'" That's it. He doesn't say, take a right, take a left, here's the instructions, here's how long it's gonna take to get there. He just says to leave everything he's ever known and go to the land that he will show them. This is the point of scripture I really wish we had more details. Like, how did he tell his wife? What did he say? Did he say, "Hey, God told me we're gonna go where? To this land he's gonna show us what? Like, what did that conversation look like? How long did it take for him to be obedient? Did God tell him more than once? Did he only tell him this one time? Did they pack up and move right away? How long did it take? And how far did he have to go before he knew he was where God wanted him to be? I can't imagine not having those directions. But it's funny how when we look at the life of Abram, sometimes we go back and we say like, oh, he had so much faith and it was so awesome to see that. But in our own life, we have trouble with even the smallest amounts of faith. If God told us to go today, what would that look like? Now, he may not say, go to the land I'll show you, but I want to give you a couple examples. What are some things that maybe God is asking you to go to today? Maybe he's telling you to go across the street to that neighbor that you see all the time and start a conversation. Maybe he's asking you to go and start talking to that coworker and invite them to church, or maybe just invite them to coffee or invite them to a Bible study. Maybe he's asking you to go and give to that organization that you've been praying for a long time but have not financially supported. Maybe he's asking you to go and serve in an area that you haven't felt qualified to serve in, but God's been calling you to serve in. Maybe it's just those little steps of go that God is asking you. And we want all the answers. We want the directions before we start to figure it out. But God says, nope, sometimes we go first and I will give you the answers along the way. So today I challenge you, ask God what your go is. Go in faith, make the small steps. He will show you. Have a great day.